Welcome, guys, to Public Diversion. My name is Chris. The artist to the stars up there is Trevor. And then down below, that guy, the big fella, Ben. We are a podcast / YouTube channel, and we talk about all the, whoa. I just dropped the bomb.
Perfect.
We're gonna roll with it.
Perfect start.
I just dropped my liquor, so that's a party foul on my part. So I have to take a drink. I have to end my drink. But anyway, we talk about sports. We talk about the best, latest TV shows. We talk about what's going on in our lives. We give drink recommendations, all these topics that you love. So why don't you go ahead and like, share, and subscribe, because we give you new content every week.
Hit that bell.
Hit the bell. And so first off, this week, we have some retirees this week in the sports world. I mean, I was personally bummed out when I heard, because I like both guys. I liked Aldridge and I liked Edelman. I'm not sure, did anybody else retire, Ben, that you know of that I may have missed?
Those are only two I could think of. Oh, Alex Smith too, even though he's not as big of a name. But
oh, really?
That's right. Yeah,
just that comeback that he had last year, and actually coming in and starting at quarterback after that horrific injury. I don't know if you guys saw the
leg
video, the movie that they had on him on ESPN, but man, after watching that, and just, it's amazing to me that he was actually able to get out there and perform. And even though his first game was against the Rams, I kind of felt bad for him. I was really hoping Aaron Donald didn't kill him.
Well, you showed, when we were talking before, you showed me I can't watch the video because I'm too squirmish, but you showed me like the pictures of his leg and like the bleeding, like on the field, he's bleeding. Did you see that, Trevor?
Yeah, but it looked worse after the surgery, in my opinion.
Yeah, because they got infected. It started getting gangrene, and yeah. But man, that guy, honestly, I have so much respect for him. That guy is a warrior.
For sure. Why did he state that was the reason for his retirement? Injuries, or like?
No, because the rumor was, I think he was, or he did sign with the Patriots, but he just wasn't going to get on the field, I feel, and just at the point where it was like, I'm just not. Yeah. Well, Patriots, I'm not going to be out here.
Patriots are actually drafting that guy number 10, Fields. Is it Landry Fields? They're drafting the guy number 10 as a quarterback.
They say he's gonna fall that. I don't think he's gonna fall that far.
We'll see.
No.
No.
There's so many like dust screens that are being thrown up by all these teams. The 49ers are saying they're taking this guy, but every expert says there's no way they're gonna take that. The guy I'm talking about is the quarterback from Alabama, but I personally don't see how they're gonna take that guy first over the third pick.
Was that the Mac Jones guy?
Yeah, Mac Jones. When that guy is not even really a third, fourth, or fifth round pick.
They show his body without his shirt on and compare him to look at how Tom Brady was. Like, just because he looks out of shape doesn't mean he's good.
They all do that. They've done that every year since the last 10, 15 years. They try to do that with a whole body comparison. But there's a big difference between 2021 and 2000 when Tom Brady.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and then Edelman retiring, I was kind of sad about that. I think if the Bucks picked him up, I think it would have given him another go. Don't you, Ben? Like,
I think that's a very possible that he still signs with the Bucks down the line. All it takes is a broken leg from Evans or Mike Evans, or a concussion from Chris Godwin to get Edelman back on the field. Believe me, that guy will be in shape, just waiting in the wings.
I think so too. I really think so. I think he was unsatisfied with where he landed, and I think it just takes one quick call from Tom Brady, and then he'll be back.
But he's no Godwin. He is
not by any choice. And all the talk on sports radio this week has been whether he's a Hall of Famer or not. And quite honestly, he's one of the best wide receivers in playoff history, but he's not anywhere near any type of Hall of Fame.
0 Pro Bowls.
Yeah, 0 Pro Bowls. Like, never led the league in receptions, yards, or any of that, touchdowns, or any of that.
Didn't he have a record for receptions in the Super Bowl or something like that? Like 14 or
the most
something like
receptions, not touchdown receptions, but receptions.
I didn't say touchdown receptions.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said that. Yeah.
All right, Rayman, raining on my parade.
If Chris remembers this, when we went for that Super Bowl in Atlanta, when they played against Atlanta that year, one of my prop bets was Edelman on the over of 7.5. It was 6.5
receptions. And you
And I
got
put
it?
my,
You
my
hit it?
biggest bet down, and he broke that record. He
What?
went over that in the first quarter.
What?
I don't know if you remember that or
I don't
not.
remember, I don't remember that.
He was the
Was
MVP of that Super Bowl.
I mean, I remember going to that Super Bowl. I don't remember your prop bet, is what I'm saying. I don't remember you
I'll never
placing that
forget
prop
that
bet.
one.
And I wouldn't doubt it because you always make those bets that I can't do. Like my heart, it hurts my heart when I see you, you make those bets. I'm like, no, man, no. And then you hit you always hit everything I don't bet. And then when I bet with you, I always lose.
Well, because
I hate it.
Chris, you're always wrong though. You're always wrong. So it's easy to do better.
Well, no, and I even told Ben, and Ben, you remember for a while, like when we used to go, I used to be like, all right, everything that I think is gonna happen, I have to bet the opposite. I'm gonna bet the opposite of whatever I think.
I said,
the world,
Trevor, it's crazy. Can I tell him the story from when we went skiing in Lake Tahoe?
Yes. Well, yeah.
Me, Chris, and Julie are playing craps at a table, and I'll keep this really short. Right away, Chris loses like $20, and he's like, "I'm out of here. I'm gonna go play in the roulette." So he leaves us. Me and Julie sit there, and this is the only time this has ever happened to me. This table literally wipes the craps table of every single chip the dealer is holding. They had to come back and replenish the chips. They stopped the game for like 10 minutes. The pit boss calls for more chips to get stacked out. And me and Julie, I think I left with like $1,200, and Julie left with like $800 or $700 off that
ridiculous.
Table. Literally, the moment Chris left, that table got hot.
It's ridiculous. It always happens like that. There's some sort of curse that just doesn't want me to win anything. They don't want me to win any money. I can earn my money. Like the world is okay with me earning money, but the world will not let me win money. It's stupid.
Right after me and Julie walk away from the table, Chris is right there working his butt on that roulette table machine. And while he walk over to him, like, "Hey, Chris, how you doing?" He's like, "Oh man, I'm up $20." And like, I look at Julie, and Julie looks at me, and Chris is like, "How'd you guys do?" I'm like, "Oh, the moment you left, the table got hot." "Really? How much did you guys win?" Yeah, I walked away with about $1,200, and Julie was like, "Oh yeah, I have like $800 in my pocket."
The same thing happened in Vegas with Viv. The same thing happened with Vegas with Viv. You get like, I left the craps table because I was done. I think I lost like 100, and then you guys like something happened, and everybody at the table won at least $800 or something like that. It's just freaking stupid. And then so Edelman, and then LaMarcus Aldridge, because he had the heart, not contusions,
irregularity.
But he had irregularity.
Yeah.
But and I didn't know apparently he's been suffering with this for a while. This is not something new. I had no idea. Like I kind of I feel bad. I feel bad about him.
That part sucks.
This was it. I feel like, I don't know, for him, I was like, well, why didn't he just find a way to stay on the roster at least to get a ring? But maybe in his heart, he doesn't want a ring that's like handed to him. Like maybe he wants a ring that's earned. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you have pretty good chances this year more than ever.
Oh, he's still gonna get one,
even if he was only on it for a little bit and retired. Really?
I think they kind of mentioned something about that, where they're still gonna get him a ring. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. It makes sense because Adam Morrison got a ring, but I mean, he was still technically on the roster. So
yeah,
I guess.
That dude.
But I don't know. And then still in the sports world, another thing that happened this week that's gonna happen is we got the UFC fights. So we got the Masvidal Usman number 2 fight. Yeah. What do you think, Ben? I mean, I have my opinions of what's gonna happen.
I mean, it's really like 1.5 fight, because Masvidal got called short rest to come take that fight, and he literally trained maybe 2 weeks for that fight, and then on top of that, he had to cut weight big time all the way down. I remember watching the 24/7 or whatever it was on him.
Yeah,
and it was the point where he just wasn't properly prepared for that fight.
And you can't, especially when they send you to freaking Dubai. So, and then you're stuck in your hotel room. So you're stuck training in your hotel room without necessarily your coaches on short notice. I love Masvidal. I literally, like there's very few. I'm a person that doesn't like athletes who have like big egos, and it sucks because in UFC it's like it's the nature of the business. But some people do their egos so well, like they do it like because it's a show. It's like it's entertainment. It's all that. Masvidal to me is one of those. He's one that he kind of reinvented himself not only as an athlete but also as a personality kind of thing. And so I respect him a ton. But the sucky thing is the ground game. I'm not sure if he's able to keep it standing up. I think he got it. But if he can't, if Usman takes him to the ground, I really don't see how he has any defense against it.
Yeah, well,
Like,
and
you know,
even with Masvidal, he kept him up, right? I think that almost that
he's pretty good.
fight.
Yeah, he was pretty good. Yeah, he was pretty good.
And actually having a full camp to train for this fight, I think that's going to help him out a lot.
Yeah.
And was this the fight where Usman kept stepping on his feet?
Stepping on his foot, yeah.
Right. So he's going to be ready for that. That was such
because it's points. Because points.
Yeah,
he got
for that. Which
and to be dead honest, and like I know a lot of people are going to give me flack on it. I've never been a fan of Usman. I've literally I just haven't been a fan. Like, not that he's not a great fighter, but and I hate to act like I'm just like I just want to see explosive and stuff like that. But he doesn't have any pizzazz. He doesn't have anything that makes me want to watch his fights. It's very just technical, boring. He'll grab you. Like even freaking Khabib was more exciting because he had more diversity. Usman just seems like you might trade off punches. He might win like maybe a few punches above you, and then he might take you to the ground. But it's like there's nothing that makes me feel like he's gonna hold on to the belt for like as long as Anderson Silva or John Jones. Like I just don't see it. So it's just a amount of time before somebody takes it from him, and maybe it might be.
Yeah, and I mean, it very well could be Masvidal this time. But man, he is such a huge underdog in this fight still, which is
what is he?
It's kind of bizarre. I'm trying to bring. I should have brought it up early. I'm trying to look at it right now. I think he's like plus like 260.
Really?
Right now in this fight.
Well, even just on that fight card alone, you have 3 belts on the line in one fight card. They're going big. Like they're for their. I don't want to say that they're 3. Yeah, 3.
I really don't know. I don't know, dude.
They're like, all right.
I had no idea, man.
Yeah, but you have 3 championship fights in one night, and the one person that I'm most excited to watch. I mean, not most excited, but like Jessica Andrade. Yeah. I don't think anybody is ever gonna take her belt. Like she's just, I like not ever, but she's one of those. She's
Andrade, the Rush. It's the other chick, right?
Andrade versus Shasheshko.
Shasheshko's the one
I can't
with the
see
belt.
her name right. She's the one with the belt, but Andrade is fighting a different class.
Oh, okay.
So like but I mean there's some people that are freaking good, and so.
And what about Weili? I'm gonna say her name wrong.
Weili Zhang.
Weili Zhang.
Versus
I saw her
Namajunas?
fight. Her last fight, I thought she was pretty entertaining fighter.
She's good. I actually like Namajunas. Namajunas is the one that has the shaved head. She used to be. She was the champ, and then she lost it, and then she like, especially in the fighting realm, a lot of fighters don't admit when they feel like they're losing their tenacity to fight or whatever, and she like willingly admitted it, and I thought that showed a lot of heart and character on her part. And so when now she's like in certain interviews she's talked about things how like she's revamped and found that love and passion for fighting again, and so I wish her the best kind of for.
Okay, so here's the odds real quick, and then we'll move on. So it's Usman's minus 420 right now. Masvidal is plus 330. Which honestly, a nice little $50 bet on Masvidal I think is a good little upset bet right there. Getting all those odds for someone that could definitely maybe win this fight, 5 rounds in, and honestly has the punching power to knock somebody out too.
Oh, for sure.
As for the chicks, Weili versus how do you say
Namajunas, Rose Namajunas.
Yeah, Namajunas is the underdog here at plus 160.
Yeah, I can see that.
Andrade is underdog as well in this fight at plus 330.
Oh, I'll take Andrade. Plus 330? I think I would take her.
Okay, whatever Chris says, I'll bet the opposite. That's my 2 cents on this whole subject.
Well, okay, so the last thing on the betting subject, I watched the Ben Askren fight. I didn't watch it. I watched the clips of it. But when I like in one of the clips, Snoop Dogg, I guess he was one of the commentators or whatever. He bet something and won $2 million off the fight. Did you see that, Ben? Because
he was screaming, "Give me my money! Give me my money!
2 million! Give me my money! 2 million!
Give me my money!"
I was like, it was a terrible fight anyway.
I cannot believe that they let people bet on that fight.
Yeah, like it's like I didn't like. I wish I kind of would have known because I would have bet against Ben Askren. He's never been a boxer. He was a wrestler.
Yeah,
he was a national wrestler. Even when he went to the UFC, he was winning by wrestling. So, like, dang it, I wish I would have known because I should have put something on it. I should have put something. I should
on your car on him.
whatever.
But
whatever.
Yeah, so just look out for on our Twitter and Instagram. I'm gonna put out a DraftKings lineup for this fight. I don't know if you want to do one as well, Chris, or not, but I'm gonna throw one out there for everybody.
We'll see. We'll see. Well, you're the better. You're the sportsman. So I think people should trust you and not me. Or maybe I'll put my picks anyway, so everybody does the opposite, and then everybody gets rich.
There you go.
That would be me. I would be the opposite of whatever Chris does, and I'll collect that money.
Everybody gets rich. But anyway, so speaking still on sports, I want to get the exclusive out here. I want to see Ben got some cards. He got some Top Shot cards. So I want to see what you got. Let's see what you got.
You have to explain what it is.
For everyone that doesn't know at home, for everyone that Top Shot is non-fungible token cards that are blown up. People are buying the packs, selling them for lots of money here and there, and others are not getting so much back. So I put in and got reserved a pack. I think it was $14.99 for this pack. I think I get 3 or 4 cards on it. And just recently, a LeBron
$14.99.
$14.
Okay, just had to verify.
So
people don't know what you're talking about, so you better tell them what that means.
So just think about baseball cards, basketball cards back in the day. They're just digitalized. Obviously, there's a lot of people that don't really like it because you do not really own the clip. It's kind of just like a baseball card to a certain degree, which I'm not here to tell you you're going to get rich off of doing this. I'm not going to get rich off of doing this unless I pull this LeBron James card that does the dunk that Kobe Bryant did back in the day, which just sold for like
$400,000.
Crazy, but so I got a pack. I finally did. I put in for a pack every single time one drops. The last one I just dropped, I missed out on, but I got the one before this last one that hit. So here we go. Before
you open it, you can share your screen. But before you open it, let me and Trevor guess what we think it's gonna be.
Okay,
Trevor, what do you think the card is gonna be?
My hopes. Is it how many in the pack?
I think it's 3 or 4.
Okay, the main one is Jared Dudley taking his warm-ups off really quickly as he goes into the game. That's what I'm hoping for.
The main one.
That's the main one.
I think he'll get a Jokic like pregame, like doing some antics, some Jokic Joker antics. Some Joker antics. I get, and then maybe like a Duncan Robinson 3. Like maybe you'll get that in there.
You know what? I actually just got it. I have a Duncan Robinson 3. So
you actually got one of these cards already?
Well, I had to buy 3 cards to get a pack. So I paid I got 3 cards. I bought 3 of them that are rookie cards, and unfortunately.
So wait. So how does that work? Because you're gonna have if you have to explain it to me, I bet people don't know. So you're forced, even before you get a pack, you have to buy an online card.
Yeah, some of these packs you have to own a certain amount of cards before you can get a pack.
Oh damn!
Just because I guess they're trying to cut down on people that are having like multiple accounts and then are trying to put in for the same quarry to get the cards. Yeah. Unfortunately, I think I got bad news.
Dang.
The website's under maintenance.
Try to refresh it real quick, and then we'll just move on if it doesn't work. Dang, that sucks. I got all excited. I want to see Caruso.
Like 2 weeks.
All you had to do was screenshot it earlier. That's all you had to do. Here comes the Virgo.
Nah, it's under maintenance still.
Yeah.
All right. So then maybe later.
You know what? I take it back. I don't even want you to have Jared Dudley anymore. I hope you I hope you get like a trainer or some shit.
Yeah, he got demoted. He got demoted. Oh, dang. All right. Well, all right. So then forget that. Forget that. We'll show it to you later. Hopefully, it comes up sooner than later, so we can show you guys what he actually got. But
All we had to
on.
do is cut this and then plug it in afterwards, like it naturally just.
Oh,
like,
hey, we can plug it.
That's what we're gonna do.
So when Ben presses refresh, like the next time, press refresh, and then like we'll just put it together, and it looks seaming. But so this week we had Falcon Winter Soldier, the fifth episode. Trevor, why don't you give us a little breakdown on that? Because that's that's what you like.
That's what I like. It's what I.
That's what you like.
Doing.
It's what you study. You're the one who studies it. I only got a few notes on it, and you
don't
write novels.
study it.
You write novels on it.
No, I just pay attention a little bit. So we could just do like a brief like overview. We ain't got to go step by step through things though. So it starts off immediately after the whole event where he kills the flag smasher. So you could tell he's like extremely distressed and like he just doesn't know what to do, and he runs into that warehouse kind of panting and stuff. It's kind of, I found it kind of interesting on his psyche and it's kind of scary too. He was extremely distressed. He thought about it and then he regrouped and he's immediately like, hey guys, what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
Wait, calm down. You just killed somebody, cold-blooded.
Grieve a little bit, like think about your actions.
Yeah.
So
like you could tell he's completely like he's just off. Like I just read PTSD from how he was acting. So and you see the interaction, and I love the interaction. How you could see Winter Soldier kind of like speak briefly, and he cut it short. Because you could already tell what his intent was. He just wanted the shield from the very beginning.
Yeah.
And Sam is explaining stuff like because that's what he does, like as a counselor. So by nature, he's trying to diffuse the situation.
Yeah.
But Winter Soldier's mind is already made up. It's like, I'm gonna get that shield back. Like what we got to do. So, and then during their little fight, their little melee, I found very interesting he wasn't trying to diffuse the situation whatsoever. He legit tried to kill both of them. By I'm talking about Captain America.
Walker.
Yeah. John Walker was trying to kill them.
Yeah, he definitely would have.
Yeah, but they kept on saving him through that whole process.
One thing I thought the fight was a good fight. One thing that I like, me personally, I'm not fond of in a lot of films is when the villain gets a certain power or something, and all of a sudden they not only know how to fully use their abilities, but they're like really good at it to the point to where you're one man and you just got the superpowers and the shield is brand new and you're able to do a pretty damn good job against Winter Soldier, who's had his abilities for years and generations, and Sam, you know what I mean? He just got it. Versus like even towards the end, you see that Sam has to learn how to use it. And it's like one thing that I don't like in films, and they do this like with Iron Man and a lot of films where it's just like the villain gets this power and all of a sudden they're super good at whatever it is.
Well,
and this
you have to understand what you're talking about though. Like John Walker is a trained soldier.
He is.
It only amplifies who he is. And if you notice how he was using that shield, it wasn't like Captain America flinging around, bouncing off everything. He aggressively threw it a couple times, but he's a brute. He was just using it as a blunt weapon instead of finessing anything. Yeah. So it wasn't. But
still, he still did a pretty damn good job against.
Because he has a purified form of the serum, unlike Bucky didn't have a pure form of it. He had a variation. So Nagel talked about that in the like when they had before he got killed about that form. He was proud of his work. Yeah. So I completely understand why they went that route, and just to show that he's a force to be reckoned with. he's not stable, so that makes him even worse, and he's not going to be easy to like get rid of or just disable or whatever. I thought it was pretty gruesome with the arm break too. That was like I knew through the trailers that he hurt his arm, but I didn't think they were gonna like full out like
break it to get the shield.
Sam used those turbo boosters and like damn. Okay, if you manage to do that to a super soldier, like you're going all in Mach 2. So
it was a good fight scene. The fight scene was really
so
good. It was so good.
Really well done.
I love their choreography in all Marvel films, pretty much.
And they've been consistent. Every episode has had a really good fight scene at the very beginning of the show. So I kind of anticipate the same thing, with this next one. And then after Bucky gets that shield, he drops it next to Sam. And Sam, like, he looks so depressed. He looks so sad, and he like tries to wipe off the blood because he knows what that shield symbolizes. It's kind of depressing.
I didn't even realize. Wait. So Walker left the blood on it from the guy that he killed?
He never took it off. He wasn't.
I didn't see that. I didn't recognize that. Damn.
He never really had the chance to take it off if he wanted to. He was kind of
running away.
No, yes, he did.
He ran away from the scene, went into the warehouse, and right away they were on him.
No, but he went down and he was like thinking, and he had to gather himself, and then he got up. Like immediately when Sam was hurt and tired from the fight, he immediately like swiped blood off of it as he was getting up. Like it was like a second
intention.
Nature.
So you're saying intention.
Yeah. Like
no, I honestly didn't. I didn't even catch that.
Yeah. Marvel with those subtle details. So much. You have no idea. He ripped off his wings too, which is pretty dope because I knew where that was going. Fast forward a little bit, and that whole talk with Torres, he's all, keep them. I don't need those wings. And I'm like, there we go.
There it is.
There's Falcon. He's gonna fix them. He tried to fix it, the Red Wing earlier. He's gonna fix those. That's how we're gonna get, his thing. Hopefully, Power Broker doesn't influence his progression because.
Do you think he shows up episode 6 with the wings on?
No.
He
might be involved somehow, but how's he gonna fix the wings in like a day? Because all this stuff is happening now.
Yeah. You also need to have a mechanism in the middle, like, you know what I mean, for the wings.
Yeah.
But
now I think about it, the process. If he had to go to court, it's been a while. They don't go to court immediately. Yeah,
it's been a good while. I think
so
at least give him about a couple weeks, maybe a month.
Could be. I don't know how good he is with tech, but we'll see. Because like in the comic books and stuff, he technically had legit wings. That.
Well, I was also wondering like about that as far as timing, and like just real quick, because you mentioned like, okay, court was a few weeks. Like with the super soldier serum, shouldn't he also heal quicker? Like I would imagine a broken arm for him is a quarter of the time maybe than it would be for like me or you. So I was surprised. Yeah, so I was surprised that they kept him in it like throughout the rest of the episode, because I just, that's something that I don't know. I was like, why is he still in it? Because I'm sure he would heal way quicker, a quarter if not quicker than that.
Yeah.
But whatever their decision.
Well, he did. Yeah. If you saw at the end, which we'll get to
towards the end, yeah.
But the end wasn't too far from that courtroom, like the time frame. So but he heals fast. So after he got stripped of all his medals, there's a point where I kind of felt bad for him because we know how shady the government is in all aspects of life. So he got stripped and he was only following orders and doing things the way he was trained.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, okay, you could already see where this is going. I didn't expect the special guest, which I was bummed. I was hoping I was right. I was far from that.
I think we all were.
Everyone was.
I think we all were.
They did a good job. In the back of my mind, I was thinking Uma Thurman too, because I heard Ethan Hawke's a part of one of the Marvel films that are coming up as well. So I'm like, oh yeah, of course it could be her, because you know, her husband's already involved. But no, it's Elaine from Seinfeld. What the fuck?
Never would have guessed.
I had to do research.
I guarantee everybody was like yelling when they saw that. Like I was.
I paused it and started Googling who this lady was. And then when I read the first one, so I Googled her, and yes, the first thing that pops up is the Madame Hydra, but that was a front. She's like a double, triple agent, which opens up a whole new can of worms where we don't even know exactly what her role is going to be in this universe, because they could go multiple routes. And what I see is that she's creating her own team, and she's just keeping people like on standby.
Okay.
So, and she could, I don't think she's a number one, because that, like, out there on the internet they're talking about power broker, but in all the iterations, she's a right-hand man to everybody. But she knows her shit. Like, she was the deputy something or other for SHIELD. She used to mess around with Nick Fury, literally mess around with Nick Fury. She was part of Hydra when she infiltrated, but she was attached to Leviathan. And that makes more sense, because why not have another corporation and not just regurgitate the Hydra? I don't want to see that. Start something new. So it could be a new foundation. Let's say Oscorp is involved and she's attached to Oscorp. Show me that.
AIM?
It could be AIM too. It could be AIM, but then it goes back to Zola, and that just seems like, it seems kind of too easy, you know? Mm-hmm. But that is definitely AIM and that Oscorp, because of the other news that I heard about Spider-Man, but we'll get there. There's a lot. While you guys are watching UFC, I was watching the superhero front.
Hey, just for the whole Elaine thing, that I text you guys right away, the whole Elaine dance. That's the first thing that came to my head the moment I saw her. Oh my god.
And you know she's evil because there's purple streak in her hair. Every villain has purple in this universe. Every villain.
Well, one of the hints that they gave us too about who the character was going to be was something about, she would want to have worked with or met Thor or something along the lines. And I didn't understand what the connection was to her with Thor. And I honestly couldn't find anything on it. So I didn't get that at all. I don't know if they were just trying to throw it off the scent or what.
Technically, she could meet it. She's a grounded character, like they said, but I don't know the comics on how far. But if she was that close to Nick Fury, she obviously had access to someone like Thor. But I don't see what, I don't, because she had no superpowers.
None,
No.
So she was just basically like a Black Widow. So I just don't get that part.
I like her blank card that she gave, and it was all like bent too. It's not even a straight card. It's like literally like it's something that she kept folded in her freaking purse for 3 weeks, and then all of a sudden like, oh yeah, here you go.
But that's clever though.
In real life.
That's clever though, because that could easily be like under a black light on one side, or
that's
like
what I was thinking,
you know what I mean? Or there's a chip in it to keep track
I think
of where
there's a
he's
chip.
at.
That's what I was thinking. I think there's a chip.
Yeah.
It actually reminded me. It actually, Trevor, like on the art world, I have one friend who's an artist, and she actually did something like that on her business cards. It is a quick
invisible?
tangent. Like it's not invisible, but she had her cards that were very simplistic and pretty much almost blank. And that what she would do is when she would hand out the card, like she would personally put some sort of handwritten thing to make each card individual for the person. So when I'm giving it out, you know what I mean? So like, there's like basic info, maybe a website or whatever, but then like the majority of it is kind of blank. And then like she would fill it in. So every person who has the card, it's like personal. And like, I just thought that was clever. I never thought of it, but I don't know. I thought of that with
when I went to FITM, they taught us that.
Oh, really? I didn't know. I didn't know.
Two types of cards, and one of them, have it like that.
Is individual?
No, to make it more personal. So when you meet somebody, they think it's strictly for them.
Yeah.
Like, I usually don't put my number on this, but here you go. It's like,
something like that. That's the first thing I thought of when I saw this. I was like, oh, she's probably, individual. Like, I don't know. But no, just blank. Nothing.
Yeah, it's like Joker. Like a Joker, like a playing card. Take that. But less on it.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. So Yeah, Dora Milaje. Well, first Bucky goes and interacts with I was gonna say Zola. Yeah, Zemo. So if you notice, there's like they kind of removed there used to be like flowers and stuff, and they removed that from this scene, but in the trailer there were flowers.
In
So
the at the statue?
yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't notice that either.
But anyways, so they take him away, arrest him, but he thought he was gonna be shot and killed, which we knew he was gonna be shot.
No.
But they mentioned the raft, and that got me excited because you know who runs the raft? Thunderbolt Ross. So it's like, oh, that's easy access. So if he starts a Thunderbolt, he's right there, and that's like the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
So he's like, hey, you want time off of your record? Go do these little missions for me. So that was pretty. Oh, what was Ben's eyes? Ben's shifty eyes.
No, I was just saying that she takes him away and she tells Bucky, oh yeah, he's gonna go out here and live the remainder of his life in the raft.
His days, yeah.
Like really, you guys can probably hold him in a better prison in Wakanda than you can on the raft. So yeah, like you just said, Trevor, it's a setup for something down the road with either Ross or whoever's running the raft. If it's not him, which I think it is him, but if it's not him, it's set up for something down the line.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's so easy to get them in and out. So, yeah, and then what happens? Falcon visits Isaiah another time, and it goes deeper into the story. Hence the whole title of the episode, Truth. He digs deep into all of it, but it's like it's horrible saying old school mentality, but it's everything that used to be. Yeah. So he's so tied into like the hurt and pain of his past. That's like knowing no black man in his right mind would ever like carry that shield. Like if you respected yourself, you know, self-respectful black man. Which I understand what he's saying, but that was a past life and things were gradually changing. They're not going to be easy for him, but the one who owned, like possessed it, gave it to him. Sam.
I so actually, Where during that scene, that was one scene that I kind of rewound because I kind of liked how Sam, his reactions during that scene, because it's kind of hard. How do you take advice like that? Do you take it with a grain of salt, or do you take it like sincerely? I felt like he took it sincerely, but at the same time, he kind of in the inside knew that there's a possibility for him to do otherwise. I thought his acting in that moment was just really sincere, and I really liked it. It really showed thought behind it, and actually taking in somebody's opinion, even if you don't necessarily agree with it. I don't know. I really like that scene.
Yeah, for sure. Because it was so emotional. Go ahead.
Yeah. Do we get a one-off mini episode, something of what happened in the past?
I think we at least deserve a cartoon, like a mini, like 15-minute, 30-minute cartoon of what happened. I honestly expected an action scene with him doing his shit. And I did too, like a montage.
They didn't call me to be the young actor. I would have played him. I would have played. I've been working. The gym's been open. I've been working out. I could have played him. I didn't receive a call. I didn't receive a phone call. I could have told you that, Trevor. I could have answered your question, Ben. They're not going to do a comeback because I didn't get a call, Ben. They didn't call me, so no, that's not going to happen.
Playing Isaiah Bradley. Yes, let's make that happen.
That old man is way bigger than Chris. And he's older.
You haven't seen me lately. I'm just kidding.
Oh, God. I think that's a good transition into the new mug. Yeah, but I feel like he took it into consideration, and that conversation felt like he was talking to a grandpa. Like,
yeah, for sure,
nothing but respect and understanding. And then he had to step back and think about it in its entirety, but he had to have multiple talks. He had talks afterwards, and then finally it's like, I have to do this. Like, I need to do this. He might not want to, but it feels like it's thrust upon him.
Yeah.
So he's just taking over. So, yeah.
And plus, there could be a side of him that thinks that, you know, he's gonna do otherwise. You know, he's gonna be the difference maker. He's not gonna be the Walker. You know, he's gonna, you know. So yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, after that he kind of goes home and stuff, and that was kind of cool seeing him try to help his sister out, get that boat together, and then he gets a community. It was that part as a little kid.
Such a filler.
Yeah.
Such a filler.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, give me some better stuff.
I think it was a way to help humanize Winter Soldier. So Bucky, like, we could see another side of Bucky and his transition and his love and his flirtatiousness with the sister. I'm like, oh, he's banging that sister. He is. He's gonna. Oh, we didn't know he liked chocolate, did we?
We don't know what tricks that arm can do. That arm can do more tricks than just.
Oh my God.
I don't know. Well, I don't,
bro.
I don't. Hey, you brought it up. Anyway,
that's the name of the pod. This episode. What that arm do?
Yet again, I was like, I don't like the fact that how they make the government seem like so freaking jacked up. For one, like what you mentioned, how they were jacked up with Walker, how they just he literally did what they told him to do. But how like they make it seem like Sam gets paid like a freaking elementary school teacher. Like they make it seem like this dude is freaking like less than middle class. Like that, how he has like his finances are not bad, and he's struggling to help his sister keep afloat and stuff like that. I would imagine that somebody, I get it, but at his caliber, I would imagine that at his caliber, he'd get paid more than like the highest general and this and that. And like, I just don't see like, and I get story relation, but like for me, I'm like, dude, like you act like the guy's freaking broke.
Do you remember when he was out? Do you remember? Have you seen all the movies?
Yeah.
Do you remember he got like discharged way in the beginning?
But now he's back. So does it like
no? What do you mean he's back?
Doesn't work for the government anymore. Once he was disowned by the government.
Yeah, that was Ben's
so
right.
Right now, you're saying that he's not a part of the government in any way, shape, or form.
No,
he's not.
Oh.
He's not.
He hasn't been since they took his wings away a long time ago in the very beginning in Captain America
after
Civil War.
Yeah. Civil War.
Yeah,
I think that was
Hawkeye, the other Scarlet Witch, and somebody else.
No, but even before that, he wasn't he let go?
They were all thrown in the raft. All of them were thrown in the raft.
Oh no, Ben. I mean, like before that, wasn't there something happened where they took his wings away? Remember, he had to talk with Captain America in like Civil War II about his wings being taken away or something, or he had issues. He lost all his like. There was multiple people who had wings, and they.
Oh, you're talking about initially when they're all running with each before they're like friends and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I just know that he was still working with the government, but he was doing all the what's it called? When the traumatic stuff.
Okay.
PTSD?
He worked with all the soldiers that came back from Afghanistan and everywhere, and he was
as a psychologist. He was a psychologist. Yeah.
And then he got the wings, and they fought Winter Soldier in the second Captain America movie, Winter Soldier, and then when it was during Civil War and he didn't sign the Sokovia Accords, is when they took
the Volvida. The Volvida. You like making up words, you nasty. Nasty boy.
Trevor trying to show off that deep voice that only works good in the mic. Yeah. That's not his real voice, by the way. He lowered the tone by like 2 octaves. Like
haters.
Haters. He was put in the raft with everyone that stood with Captain America after that fight in the airport in Germany, and that's when he became kind of an outlaw of the government. He was disowned pretty much by the government.
But you like Ben? You personally, you like the little I don't want to call it a cut scene, but the side of him, going back, fixing the parents' boat and all that kind of stuff. You were like kind of cool with that
like
filler,
you said, it
like
was just filler. It was just
filler.
part. It was just part of the story. One, to kind of humanize who Bucky is, and two, kind of again show you, Sam is he's gonna be the next Captain America pretty soon. But this is also his life. He's a real human being in a human world, still struggling. Racism / being
finances.
A person in America, just trying to make a buck.
Yeah, it was the best way to transition into what they were really getting at, and that was them practicing with the shield, so you can see the difference in like in opinions, and like he kind of talked to him. There was a therapy session for both of them. Mm-hmm. So after that, then they went their separate ways. But rewind. When Bucky woke up on that sofa, when he's used to sleeping on the floor and he had a smile on his face. That's when I mentioned the whole like, oh, he's gonna bang that sister, because he saw his son-in-law and son-in-laws playing with the shield. He's like, yeah, boys, they're my
Call
boys.
Me daddy. Call me daddy. No.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
No.
I didn't get that.
Stepchildren, not son-in-law.
Oh, my bad.
My bad. You know what I mean. That.
I mean, he is 106 years old, so
yeah.
So, but that was another thing to show like his evolution. Like you could see him getting more comfortable and okay with who he was as a person. Just sleeping on the sofa is a huge thing, because he couldn't do that.
Yeah.
And sleep on the floor. And even like in the first episode, he slept on the floor. Yeah.
Even the talk he had with Sam, where Sam was like, if you really want to have this talk, we'll have it. And you have to take certain steps to climb out of hell. And then they talked about the whole him making amends and stuff like that. And I went back and I'm trying to help these people and help them with their problems. And Sam was like, no, you have to come clean with them and tell them exactly what happened for you to actually get over the nightmares that you're having.
Yeah. Because you can't use the past. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hold on, I had to take a sip of my drink right there.
That water, that woke water.
I woke. Okay. So after the training and stuff, Batroc apparently, I'm fast forwarding through it. So he had got called up by Sharon, which was like, what the hell? So now we know that he's been attached, and he was hired before by Nick Fury, FYI, in a past movie to do a job just to get the Avengers to go do their thing. So Sharon called him to do a favor, even though he didn't want to be associated because she got him in trouble the previous time, and delivers this package to the Flag Smashers, which is kind of weird. So there's a different intent, even though he said that he wanted to kill Sam. Yeah. Which is interesting. How do you guys feel about that?
I don't understand why it's just Sam. Why wouldn't he say also Bucky as well?
Yeah. That's what was interesting. Like I know, but Bucky wasn't there on it was the plane in the first movie or the first episode.
Oh, the first fight. That is true. He was not.
Yeah, where he lost all his men. That's why he was mad. You called me to do this job, and I lost all my men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that technically means Sam killed all those men.
Yeah.
Which we kind of skim over, not scheme.
No, I actually didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn. Damn, that's heavy. That's freaking heavy.
So, and then we're wrapping up near the end where Torres gives that tip about the Flag Smashers, about the possible location, and that's about it.
What did he say? I'm drawing a blank here.
There was like a map of like they're getting like pins.
Yes. So he's telling them where they're gonna attack next, right?
Like possibly they're getting like little like insider things, and he's like, the only difference is here's one over here in New York now. They're like, oh shit, it might be in New York.
Yes, because she does that little thing on her phone that attracts. Yeah.
Okay. So that happens, and then he goes to get ready, and then you see that box. So we obviously know what's in that box.
I wanted to see. I mean, I get why they didn't show anything, but I wanted to see like at least a little bit. Like at least like
they did show a little bit.
Give me a little tease.
They showed the white. They show like this much, and you could see the white on the sides.
I didn't catch it.
The
I didn't
toys
catch
came.
it.
The
You know,
toys
I didn't
came
catch
out.
it at
though.
all.
The toys came out.
We know what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't even seen
I-
the toys.
So, but here's the thing, though. That
I
only
didn't see
made
the
me.
toys.
Oh, that can't. The toys came out like months ago.
Yeah, I don't want to see
Really?
it.
Hmm.
I'll wait.
Hey, yeah, okay. I won't look
But
it up because I don't want to spoil it.
like Hasbro, Mattel always put out the toys early. That's how
Hmm.
people get their little But so with this, knowing what happened in not Endgame, Infinity War, they gave a shield to Captain America where it came out of his. Remember, he had like little
Yeah.
worm things. So it's like, okay, possibly both of them are going to be Captain America because he has this outfit now. We know what that technology
Walker.
can do. No.
Oh no, you're
No,
okay. Yeah,
I'm talking about Falcon. I'm talking about Sam. So
Okay.
Sam has his tech now. So obviously, they could incorporate it into the wings where not only does that protect him, but I'm pretty sure he could pop that shield out whenever he wants to use the shield. So knowing so, he could easily get that shield to Bucky. And who knows, you might get 2 Captain Americas out of this.
That's what you mean. Okay.
And then, and then the little leak footage from Spider-Man.
But okay, I'll let you continue.
There's a picture of the Statue of Liberty with the shield, which makes sense if America's not comfortable with a black Captain America, and if there's multiple guys with shields, then be like, we're all in this together. You know what I mean?
Or it might create a divide. I actually don't remember seeing that. I don't remember seeing that.
No. This is leaked. I said it was a leaked photo.
Oh,
Is this a poster or is this actual part of the movie?
It's a poster that's going to be in Spider-Man. It's a picture that was taken of. I don't know if they're actually going to put it on the statue, but there's posters of the statue with the Captain America shield.
Okay.
As like propaganda type of thing.
But do you think Bucky would even, like, I know there was hints in previous episodes where you said before you'll destroy the shield, I would rather take it than you destroy it. But do you think he would want to take on like that legacy? Like,
yes.
Like, you really think he'd be okay with it?
Yes.
I think he would.
Out of necessity, I think he would.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why would it be necessity if there's already a Captain America? Like, where's the necessity there? Like, you know what I mean?
But he has that gear. He put in that request and he has that armor now. He has the wings, and the wings probably have other things in it. So it's like, why would he have to carry another shield if it had something that's in it that could produce it? Not saying it's going to happen, but if it does, why not? And
I guess
the way Bucky is, like, he's a good guy. He was just brainwashed one day. He was better. He was always defending his little friend who was his best friend. And his little friend happened to get big.
But he had the better heart. He had the better heart.
But
you can argue.
But Bucky always had a good heart, though.
Yeah.
Always. He was always looking out for Steve in the very beginning. So it's not like he's been bad. I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. What do I know?
So
everything.
Well, I was wrong, and I regretted to bring this up because I don't want, like, you guys are gonna bash me for it, but I was wrong about the Walker's friend dying, the freaking oh my god, the black guy, the black dude.
No, I saw him. He shook.
Yeah.
He's dead.
Yeah, so I was wrong about that. You know, I was wrong about that.
I did skim over that part though. But his when he was telling the parents, and he lied to the family.
Yeah.
And the sister looked at him like, whatever, dude.
Dude, that's his sister was like, I don't know if the acting was just bad with her, but she like she belonged.
Exactly.
Maybe she just didn't believe him.
I wasn't sure either. I wasn't sure. Like, Ben, no, I'm there with you. I was like, I'm not quite sure if she's a bad actor or if they gave her that guidance to just be indifferent. Where, like, I just like, what are you doing here kind of thing.
Yeah,
Like, I'm not sure.
Be bawling, crying, upset.
Exactly. I couldn't figure it out. I'm
No,
right there with you, Ben. I couldn't
She
figure
looked
it
like
out.
she didn't like that dude in the first place.
Yeah, but
I'm pretty sure that brother, because that brother was level-headed, and yeah, Lamar Haskins had that energy. Like he was solid. Like he was a good dude. Like maybe if he had the serum, things would have been better off.
Oh
But he
yeah.
didn't have it. But I feel like when they went off to war, he probably told his sister secrets or like things that happened, and that's why she looks at that guy like, whatever, man. I already know.
I know the truth.
Yeah.
So you think Lamar probably told her, like, because you know how what they did to get their like medals and stuff was shady.
Yeah.
You think
for sure.
You think Lamar disclosed that to his sister?
Yeah.
So she knows. Okay.
That's how I took it. I saw it like the parents were engaged because that's how it usually goes.
Yeah.
When my friends would come over, when my friends would come over, they could tell any bullshit lie. And my parents were eating it all up. And I'm like, why are you listening to this shit?
Trevor's such a good friend. He's so good.
I never said that. They always said some stupid lies, and my parents are like, "Oh yeah, he was doing that." Whatever.
Well, what did you think of when Walker was creating his own shield? Did you guys notice? Like, I don't know.
Iron Man.
Yeah,
that's what you thought.
Iron Man
Straight out Iron Man. It was just playing into. Right when I saw that, I felt like Val was like the evil Nick Fury now, and he was just like a new hybrid creation, and you can see the beginnings of some type of weird anti-hero villain.
For sure. He's definitely an anti-hero.
Yeah, like a Dark Avenger type character. But Punisher mentality. So
yeah. And I found it interesting because I mean, it looked like he was just using up straight up like metal or like steel. Like I wonder how how his thing will. I wonder how it's gonna hold up to the damage because steel bends and stuff like that. I don't know where they're gonna take it, but I just to me, I remember laughing at first because initially at the very beginning when he's putting this thing together, it's like he's doing it so shoddy. It looks like I didn't like they definitely show a refined version at the very end, but I was like, dude, this guy's gonna have a janky ass shield. The welds are all off, the colors off, like the shapes. I was like, what? And then all of a sudden they go from this ugly thing to like right near the end they show like this perfect shield, and I was like, oh BS. I was like, oh, copy it. I was like, dude, I could draw a better shield than that. I was like,
he saved that. He saved that, man.
He literally goes from like this. He goes from this to like perfect. And I was like, nah, bro.
Yo, man, he saved that.
Not buying it.
How long? When did you draw that?
While you were talking.
Lies. He's been saving that for a week.
Well, it looks super crappy to me. It went from like crappy to just like perfection, and I was like, man, like I don't know, I didn't really like that, but I like everything else about it. Most definitely, I like the setup. I like the idea, the concept behind it. Like you mentioned, the Iron Man kind of concept, the anti-hero. I love it. I can't, and I love the fact that with that, like I don't know where the story is going to go on from here, but with multiple villains, with multiple things fighting against an overall goal, I think it just creates a beautiful story. So I can't wait to see where it goes from here. You know.
Yeah. So talking about that, how do you feel about the new Shang-Chi? Well, before we transition into Shang-Chi, how do you feel if the power broker is actually dude, I don't. What's his name now? The Mandarin, but I don't know his real name. Because where they went Mandapore, right? Mandapore is in Southeastern Asia. He's out there in Southeastern Asia already. We know about the 10 rings that already exist in the universe, and we know how much power they have. So it's like, would you think this would be another element of power that we would want outside of just having the 10 rings?
I don't think it's going to be the Mandarin. I can see where you're going with that. I just don't see how they're going to connect that together for this show going into that movie.
Well, if they fight in
I mean, they didn't set it up enough.
Yeah,
like, I don't think they set it up enough.
They set it up enough. Well, if they're in Mandrapore, and we start Shang-Chi in Mandrapore, because where are they going to do these illegal fights? Because it's supposed to be some type of tournament.
First off, we have to guess whether we think the power broker is going to be revealed in the next episode or not, which
No,
I doubt.
I don't think so.
I doubt.
Because he's bigger, and like Mandarin is one of like the main characters for Iron Man.
Yeah,
like main villains. Well, at least in the cartoons I used to watch in like the 80s.
Oh, he is. That's it. That's Iron Man's main villain was Mandarin.
Yeah. So it still falls in line with what he was doing, was just like all powerful kind of being.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what else you want. If they've already been in Southeastern Asia, who else is running that area?
Yeah.
Guess we'll find out. Yeah, I don't think they revealed who the broker is.
And if you saw that trailer, he let his son do whatever, but he kept eye on him. He let him do his thing for 10 years, and he came from.
Yeah.
He kept eyes watching you. This part.
You're still on the Thunderbolt Ross?
I don't think it's Thunderbolt Ross no more.
Really?
I have a feeling.
Really? You gave up on that?
I think they're going the lazy path. It's going to be Sharon Carter.
No.
Yes.
No way.
You gave up on everything? You gave up on all?
It sounds like it.
Call it quit?
I threw in the towel. I'm out. Yeah.
Is it because the conversation at the end of the last episode where she was on the phone and it kind of seemed like she was making a deal? Is that what kind of like persuaded you kind of?
Making it so obvious to the point where it's not even fun to make the guess no more to me.
Well, she's a henchman.
I don't think she's a henchman.
Yeah, well, she, like there's a right-hand man and there's someone, their lackey, who's taking care of things. Like that's how it kind of feels. Or maybe she's just still trying to get.
Well, they could have set that up They could have set that up with Valentine. They could have said she could be the henchman.
Well, she's not done. She's no henchman.
Yeah, I don't think she has anything to do with the power broker.
Oh no.
I think she's a completely separate entity from that.
Oh, she's obviously with the government, because
she
had access to everything,
or some kind of
like Shield.
Yeah, I don't know if it's Shield. I don't know what it is, what she's doing, but she's completely separate from what I feel is Mandapore.
Well, Shield doesn't exist anymore, so technically she was with Shield, but still has that pull.
Or whatever it is where Nick Fury's at now.
Yeah. You just seem very frustrated right now, Ben. I don't like
doesn't he? I was really on your Kingpin hope for that power broker.
Oh, that would be
I gave up on that
sick.
a long time ago.
That would be so
sick.
Fun. But then again, that's another one of those, Ben, where they didn't set it up enough. Like they would have to do quite a bit of setup to to make that happen. Yeah, I would have loved it. I would have loved it.
That's what I think it's to the point where it's just going to be Sharon Carter, because they just keep playing that story to that end, and it's just kind of disappointing to a certain degree that the niece of Peggy Carter and someone that was a love interest to Captain America for a certain time is going to be this evil person now. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me.
But at this point, they have to give her some type of significance, because it's been running on for so long. It's like there has to be some type of payoff. So
yeah, she should be the one that's helping Sam and Bucky in this whole fight and endeavor. But what do I know?
But she gave up on that life. Like she created her own empire already. Like
probably after she made out with her uncle.
Oh
yeah, her legit uncle. I don't know about any of that stuff.
That's gross.
But anyways, how do you guys feel about the Shang-Chi though?
So before I say, because you guys know about it, I know nothing about this character. I don't know anything about the comic books. I know nothing. I only know for entertainment value. I thought the trailer was bad freaking ass. I love it. I know nothing about it, but I want to watch it.
So basically, it's the Marvel version of Bruce Lee, but in the comic books, the only thing that I know about the comic books is his father was Fu Manchu, which was extremely racist if they did some Fu Manchu thing, because it's stereotypical Asian. So they kind of merged him into a character that was the Mandarin, who happened to be a bigger bad in the comic book world. But outside of that, I don't know too much. Oh, and Fu Fang Foom, some big ass dragon thing is part of it, but that's all I know.
Yeah, they didn't show that in the trailer. So hopefully he's somewhere in this in this movie. That'd be pretty dope.
Yeah.
Did you watch the comic books, Ben, on this? Did you
No,
read the
I don't
comic? No?
know much about this character. The Mandarin I know more about, just kind of this evil, ancient Chinese sorceress slash villain, was the main antagonist for Iron Man for so many years in the comic books, kind of like the Lex Luthor to Superman to a certain degree. And I just know his powers comes from rings, and these rings came from a different time where each one controls a different element in the universe, kind of almost like an infinity stone to a certain degree, but there's 10 of them. He would wear them on all his fingers. But I'm kind of different, because the way that they were showing what the rings are going to be is that they're actually going to be 5 bracelets on each arm.
I like it.
You know what? At first I hated it, because I was like, man, I want to see the rings. I want to see rings. Like, but then I was like, you know what? It's gonna be kind of stupid him walking around with all these rings, have to like show off what they are and whatnot. And you remember watching the cartoon from back in the days from the 90s?
Yeah.
It was like, it kind of gave off like Captain Planet like vibes to me.
It was before Captain Planet, first of all.
I'm just saying that kind of like I kind of got that vibe from each one of them. But when you kind of saw how he activated the powers and they kind of glow and stuff like that, I was like, you know what? Okay, I think this could be a change that's not gonna piss off the normal comic book geek and to a certain degree fans like me.
But if they tie it into Fu
Manchu, you said?
No,
I don't know.
Fing Fang Foom, the big dragon thing. The bracelets being on the arm could be the size of a ring for a big ass dragon.
That is true.
So it could kind of. And then I saw those bracelets on one of the old like kung fu fighting movies before, where they use the bracelets as like extra armor when they're fighting and like as a weapon.
Oh, defense. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it kind of like makes more sense logistically to do so. I don't know.
Yeah, and even to a certain degree, if you even remember, and they had these poster in this trailer, even from the first Iron Man movie, when they had the 10 ring organization posters in the background. They weren't rings like you put on your finger. They were like circles that were intertwined
bracelets
all the way around. It looked like bracelets. So I was like, okay, I mean, that's a pretty good tie-in to what they've been kind of teasing since the very, very beginning, the very first MCU movie.
Yeah.
Where did you see? That was Iron Man 1?
Yeah,
Iron Man 1 when he's in the cave. Was it the cave? Yeah, in the cave, they say that the organization is the 10 ring organization or whatever.
Yeah.
They were called.
Did you remember that? You remember that, or you read that? I don't remember that.
Yeah, there's a poster in one of the backgrounds in the cave, and
it talks about the bald dude, the villain.
When he was making the video, was it when he was making the video?
Yeah.
Yeah, and in the background of that video is a poster of the 10 rings.
Huh.
It's
I gotta rewatch that.
They're all white.
Do you watch any cinema, Chris? You should be on cinema. Like,
but I don't write notes like you. I don't freaking.
The river runs through it.
I'm
probably
not
Brokeback. He's watching Brokeback.
I'm not studying Marvel films, bro. Like, I'm not studying. I'm not writing notes on every teaser that I see.
Really? Okay. Okay. What's the last good movie you've seen? Go. This is a good transition. Go.
The last good movie that I've seen?
This ain't a trick question.
Kong and Godzilla.
No, that was freaking terrible. That was trash.
Oh my God. Go.
I tend to watch movies that I already know that I like. Like, so within the last week, like, I watched 3:10 to Yuma. I have the movie and I freaking love it. Like, I rewatched that. Why do I need to watch something new? Like, I know that I like that.
Well, I like that movie. Asked you what was
You're an actor and you don't watch new stuff.
I do if it's compelling enough, or if they're like, if I know about it, like, if because I have people in the realm, though, they tell me, oh, watch this, watch that, and if I read the synopsis and I'm not interested in it, then I'm just not interested in it.
That's your answer. He just asked you what was the last good movie you saw,
and he can't answer it. He started saying all kinds.
I just said 3:10 to Yuma.
3:10 to Yuma.
Yeah, but you're going old. Like,
Because it's what I like to
Forrest
watch.
Gump.
It's
But
what I
that's
like to
you
watch.
asked. You didn't
It's
ask.
what I
like
me
to
what
watch.
movie that you saw that you
Yeah,
liked.
you didn't say what's the best movie of 2020. Like you didn't ask that. I don't know the answer
Okay.
to that.
Okay. 310.
Godzilla vs Kong though. That's
Yo,
the
but
answer
you
to
put
everything.
one out. When was that made? That was like 10 years ago. That was like 10 years ago.
Had to be about
Alright.
10 years ago, I would guess. 2012, 11.
You have no faith in the future.
I've been on a little Western kick.
You're an
I don't know.
actor.
I'm a little Western
You
kick.
like Westerns? I saw a Western today. I saw Logan. That shit still gets me emotional.
I'm not a big fan of that movie.
Huh?
I'm not a big fan of the movie.
Yeah, that's
Logan.
That's it was structured as a basic Western.
Yeah. Western is a style, Ben. Like it's thematic. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is what it is. But anyway, where were you going with this?
I'm just asking because
you're moving from Shang-Chi to what? To what?
well, I just want the world wants to know more about you.
The world wants to know more about me. I'm tall, dark, handsome. I like long walks to the refrigerator. I cook a mean toast. What's the most? I'm thinking of what I would put. I'm thinking of what I would put on my app post-COVID Tinder if I ever created Tinder.
Yo, man. Wait, have you been on Tinder?
No.
No? Why you say
I actually like looking at other people's Tinders. Like when I have homies that have Tinder, I like looking on their Tinder and just seeing like, oh man, that is very interesting. But I have never created one myself. Because I don't think I want to meet a stranger like that. It's just, I don't know. It's different. I've never done the online dating thing. Well, I tried one time. Yeah, it's a world that's unknown to me. It's a world that's completely unknown to me. So
I could go on like a huge tangent.
I know you could.
Stuff.
I did the online dating thing once. I did it once, and I created a profile, and it was funny. Like I remember, like I created a profile, and at first when I was creating it, I was like, should I create a profile that's like, I don't want to say necessarily me, but like that people would want to hear, like put in the things that people would want to hear. I think it was eHarmony or whatever my sister put me onto or whatever.
Paid for it? You one of those?
No. I didn't pay. No. I didn't pay for it.
You have a little tuxedo on?
I don't know what it was, but it wasn't one that I paid. But at first I was like, should I do something that like, okay, put things that people want to hear, or should I just be myself? So I was saying stupid stuff. My profile was just all like dumb stuff that I would put, and people were hitting me, like girls just started hitting me up, and I decided to meet with one. I actually ended up dating her for like 2 months, and for me it was just too early because at that time I remember our conversations. I remember myself constantly mentioning my ex's name in conversations, and I thinking to myself, like, dude, yeah, because it was just too early. It was way too early, and then so I stopped talking to that girl, and then I never went on an online thing again. So
that sounds horrible.
Well, did you guys at least talk about what kind of drinks you guys liked at that time when you were?
Wait, what are you drinking, Chris?
The drink that I'm drinking
what
right now.
What I have?
What are you drinking as you're crying about your past? Let us know.
I'm not crying. What I'm drinking is something terrible. I'm drinking it just to get rid of it because I have a bunch. I accidentally so, and I'm not a beer fan at all, but every once in a while, like I'll take a beer just for the heck of it. And I accidentally bought the Blue Moon, like I don't want to say party pack, but it's like the diversity pack or whatever. So it comes with one that's a coffee flavor, and it's freaking, it is not good. It is not good, but I'm drinking it.
That's why you're acting like this.
I'm drinking it so I can get rid of it. So I'm trying to finish all these coffee ones while we're doing our YouTube video today, because I have like, I don't know, 5 of them. But it's coffee flavored Blue Moon, and it doesn't vibe well because Blue Moon has an orangey taste, and so adding coffee to it is just, it's really, I wouldn't say it's even subtle. Like you can clearly taste that it tastes like coffee and it tastes like orange. It's not.
That looks like he's smelling shit right now. That's what
it's not good. I'm admitting that it's not good, and I'm admitting that I'm not a beer fan. So not only am I not a beer fan, but I'm not a fan of orangey coffee beer. So I cannot recommend this beer to you. Please make sure that if you ever buy a Blue Moon 24 pack, that you don't buy the diversity pack or whatever, because then you'll be stupid like me.
Unless you like coffee and orangey drinks.
No, that's gross. Freaking gross.
What you drinking, Ben?
I don't have anything orangey, but I have something that is very lemony limey, and it's the golden margarita from Costco, Kirkland brand.
Fancy
Clutch. Clutch.
This
Clutch.
good stuff.
It's clutch, bro.
$9 for this whole bottle. You don't have to mix it with anything. You could blend it if you want. Put a little salt on the rim if that's what you like. That's how my wife likes to make it. That's like how my father-in-law, Chris's dad, likes it.
Ben's all about them rib jobs.
All I do, not at all. All I do is put a little bit of ice, pour it on top, let it chill. Good to go.
It honestly, it's the best margarita mix that I know. It is literally the best margarita mix I know.
I actually have the strawberry one, but I mixed it.
One too.
But I mixed it. That same one because I went to
I went to strawberry one, the same brand, strawberry flavor.
But you know what I added to mine? I added Long Island iced tea to mine.
What?
You know
that sounds just as disgusting as my freaking coffee
Captain
orange.
Morgan, the Captain Morgan, the big bottle. I added that to like spike it up a bit because it was a little too fruity.
Wow.
That sounds disgusting.
It's not disgusting. But both of you guys. Okay.
Well, no, I'm not saying it's disgusting. I'm making this face because I think that's like almost 100 proof full of alcohol right there.
It's getting closer, but it makes it a little more because it was just a little too fruity for me. It was a little too sweet, and even though that Long Island's pretty sweet, but it like packs a punch.
Yeah. But don't get me wrong. I don't think it's nasty. I would try it, Trevor. Yeah. I just think like I'd be crawling all over the floor after one.
Oh, I miss living in the loft. Remember those days? But Chris is over here judging. And speaking of, I went to a concert this past weekend, and I have some monsters for you guys. They were passing out free.
Oh yeah,
Monster Zero though, or some weird stuff like that. It's like a white.
Ben likes those.
That one tastes like Sprite. That one's really good.
I don't drink Monster, but
at all. At all.
That one's good,
dude. No, what the hell? I don't need energy drinks, let alone Monsters. I ain't gonna punch holes in walls.
So what are you drinking? What are you drinking then? You're drinking that combination?
Yeah. In this oak mug.
And what is it like? And
where's the bottle?
Where's the taste like? I would imagine that something like that would taste kind of like when we were all younger and we had like Adios and like all those mixed drinks that's just like straight up like flavor and liquor. I would imagine.
We'll just call this mix Bienvenidos.
You don't have the bottle to show or anything like that?
Nah, I'd have to go to the kitchen area. That's why I put all this in this little decanter. This is the one that I had on that when I went to go see that Ziggy Marley concert. I had like a bunch of
people need to see the bottle so they know where to go and buy it.
Oh, they could get it at Costco. There's a strawberry flavor one that's pretty good.
And the Long Island's at Costco too?
No, the Long Island, dude, legit, it's dusty. No one drinks this Long Island. Trust, I'm gonna drink it next week too. No one drinks these Long Islands, and they're on sale right now for $17.99, I think, and they're usually around like 20. They're
Jameson?
Always dusty.
You said Jameson?
No, it's a Captain Morgan, but no one touches them. No one touches them. So they're just sitting in like CVS's in the back or Ralph's, like collecting dust. I'm the only one who buys them in the neighborhood.
There's no manager special for those at Ralph's?
Well, that's what I said. It dropped to 17 something. Oh, no, they're not back there.
I didn't hear you say you dropped. Okay.
Yeah, they're like, it says final sale on it. Like, there's like 3 left. So just don't come to the one over here. Go somewhere else. These ones are mine.
Yeah, I've never bought budget liquor before.
Hey, you're laughing, but it's actually really good.
No, I'm not against it. I am not against it. I'm trying to refine my taste palette. I've bought more liquor since we've started this show than before because I want to try different things.
Okay, if you're saying refine your taste palette, why are you buying that crap?
That was obviously by accident. That wasn't on purpose. I'm not.
You mix Monster with whiskey.
That's delicious.
For everybody listening, because we're live on Instagram right now too. So for everyone listening, this guy mixes whiskey with Monster.
Not only me. Ben does it too. Ben does it too. It's delicious. I just had one last night. And I would have had one today as my side drink because obviously I have a side drink that I finished, which is straight whiskey, but I would have done it.
Probably E&J. No, was it Evan Williams? Nasty. Refine my taste. Refine my taste.
Nah, bro. You got to catch me on a wine day. Well, next time I'll give you a little something. You'll be shocked at my vocabulary and my taste palette. You'll be like, whoa, oh, elegance with a hint of refinement. I'll say it's what does Peter Griffin say? It's shallow and pedantic. It's quite shallow and pedantic.
Ben,
good word.
Bro,
stay tuned.
Ben. Dude, you're related to him. You are legit. You married into that family.
Such a blessing, man. Such a blessing.
Hey, I got on this taste palette. It's almost the same as mine.
Yeah, exactly. I made a bowl of barbecue sauce one time, and Ben thought it was beans. So if they had the same palate.
No,
I was so pissed. It took me hours to make barbecue sauce, and the dude devoured it. He's like, I thought it was beans. Even then, it wasn't his beans, and he ate my shit. I was so mad.
Wait, all right. So you bring this turnt drink to the Ziggy Marley concert. Did everybody get turnt on it?
Why you call it? You said a turd drink?
Turnt.
Oh, turnt. I had a variety of drinks. No, I didn't make the mix. I just had straight. There's a strawberry. There was a sangria, and then I had a watermelon and cucumber margarita, and then a strawberry margarita or something.
Pre-made, or you made them? Or you made them?
The pre-made stuff. Yeah. So I just had a variety.
How are concerts? Because maybe some people like I know I haven't been to a concert. I don't think Ben been to a concert since COVID. Like I have no idea kind of the world and how
So like this one was a drive-in type of concert. So it was over there in Ventura County. So it was a nice little drive out there. But it was treated exactly like a drive-in where they have everyone parked accordingly. We were in the front row, so we had like a great view, and like we just set up our chairs in front of it and the ice chest in front of our behind our cars, open the top of the SUVs and kind of like sit back there, and like it was a cool vibe, like almost like we were at a park, but it was like a huge parking lot kind of like area that we were set up in. It was dope. I did post stuff online, but it was cool.
Just to be out again, I think it would be a freaking experience. Like I don't know.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of things that are open now. So
I
got to pick and choose where I want to go, but because I still don't trust people.
For sure.
So no, it's still cool.
No. I went to my first party actually like 2 weeks ago, because I had my friend that came from San Fran, and so it was I wouldn't say a mansion, but it was a big ass house, and like I just felt like I don't know, I felt like I was out of the game for a long time. I felt like I didn't even know, like for one, it was kind of interesting because people were also like separated from each other, like just naturally knowing that like, hey, this thing still exists, but it was still yet a party. So people are cool, and like you drink next to each other, you may talk to somebody, but maybe not close, and then you kind of stay separate. And then also you have guys that hit on like, people hitting on each other and stuff like that, but still somewhat distant. It was an interesting world. I was like, man, for like, I don't know. It was very interesting. And then they had a pool, because it was supposed to be a pool party. Nobody went into the pool.
Chlorine kills everything. Just jump on in, brother.
Two people, and then we did. We did, because me and my friends started talking to these two chicks, and then we jumped in the pool, and we thought we would start things, and then people were still staying too distant, and nobody else jumped in, and we were like, all right, so now it's just four people in the pool. Like, just like
can we rewind? How'd this go? You're talking to females? I don't know. How does this go? How does this
Well,
go?
for one, my game, whatever the game level that I thought it probably would have been pre-COVID, that's just gone. That
Oh,
is
you have game.
whatever was there. Oh man, whatever. Sure, why not? I think my game. I think. Well, it's funny because my friend, I would consider my friend. It's funny. His game is just the nerd game. He's such a geeky, funny nerd that girls like gravitate to him. It's funny. I feel like I have like no, I'm not at his level of that, but at the same thing, it's the awkwardness that
Is he a
people.
good looking dude though? Like, what do you mean?
Not really. He's kind of like nerdy. So he kind of like before when we were in college, we would piggyback off of each other because girls are different vibes. So if you had like
broke back.
No, I said piggyback, not jump back. No, but if it was like in college, it was like, okay, so if you had like a nerdier type girl, then like yeah, so he'll talk to them and then we piggyback there. Or if you had like the different type, or I don't want to say normal, but like you're the ones that put more like looks wise or whatever, then I would approach first and then he would piggyback. But in this case scenario, one happened to be a dancer. I liked her tattoos. I sparked the conversation and then he piggybacked off of that and stuff like that. But it was still I don't know, it was still a distant thing. And I even felt like the conversations, like I haven't talked to many people since COVID. So even like my talking was like, I felt like it was very choppy. And I was like, damn, like now that I'm single again, now that I'm freshly single as of, I don't know, 3 months or whatever, I should probably start thinking of things.
So I got a question for you.
Again.
I got a question for you. So since you're getting used to this, how did you introduce yourself? What was the intro to like the communication?
I've never had like real intros. I just say as I noticed thing and I talk. So for her, I noticed her tattoo. I like she had a very interesting tattoo. It was of a wolf, but it was only like partially like if you were to outline a wolf and then like literally grab an eraser and erase like parts of the outline, that's what it was. And I was like,
so
whoa.
It was an unfinished tattoo that you were complimenting.
Well, it was like unfinished, but like finished. And I actually liked it. So like we started talking. We started talking about tattoos, and then we joked around, and then she ended up being a dancer, and then we talked about art and stuff like that. And then she had a friend, and so I brought in so I'm talking with her, and then she had a friend, and so like I yelled at my other friend, oh, give me a drink, only so he can join in on the conversation. So that was pretty smooth there. But I'm saying like throughout the whole conversation, I'm saying throughout the whole conversation, there were moments where like there was just gaps, and there was like not being in scenarios like that. Like it just wasn't as fluid as it would have been prior to.
Yeah.
Like and like even like I don't want to say I'll just leave it. I was gonna say
girl, call me Kevin Costner because I dance with that wolf.
Hell yeah, bro.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. How long were you waiting for that, Ben?
Forever.
Yeah.
Like, I'm Native American. They call me Dances with Wolves.
There. See, where were you, Trevor? Where were you? I could have used that one. No, she probably would have slapped me in the face.
No.
She would have given me a COVID slap.
Oh my God.
But it was just interesting being in that dynamic in that world, having not been in it for so long. It was just I'm just out of it. And I don't even know how, like, if I did do the online thing, if you have to talk to people differently, like how do you do pickup lines on like online dating? Like, does that work? I don't know.
But
like,
that's
does that
easy
work?
to know, because if you match with them, you already know they're attracted to you or interested in some aspect of your world. So it's like, it's an easier transition as opposed to at a party striking a conversation. Yeah. That's why I asked you, because if you don't want to be near them and you don't completely trust them, like, what are you doing? What are you possibly saying? Like your tattoo, like from down the way. Like, I don't know.
It wasn't from down the way. It's a big ass house. So I was in the kitchen grabbing a drink, and then I just noticed her tattoo and I brought it up.
And you whispered while she was right in front of you, like,
no,
like
actually,
she was like,
no, actually, I wrote it. I wrote it on a piece of paper, and then I put it on a table that was 6 feet apart, and I told her, "Hey, look at that piece of paper, and then if you want to respond to it, you can look at me, and from we can maintain distance, and then maybe we could, check the box for yes or no if you like me, and then we can continue from there." It was that kind of thing, just to make sure, we
I
maintain
actually
our
like
social
that. I
distance.
want to do that. Like check yes or no. I think you're pretty. Do you like me? Like just like it's like
Actually, that's actually how I got my very first girlfriend. My very first girlfriend in 6th grade. She bought me hot Cheetos, but that's how that's how she sold me. Literally, my sister knows this story. She literally bought me hot Cheetos, and when we with the hot Cheetos, she gave also that letter. Do you like me? Yes or no? And I was like, yeah, I like her. Her name was Bianca, and then we got together right after that, and like that was smooth. I was like, damn.
what was
Hot
her
Cheetos.
ethnicity?
Hot Cheetos,
What was her
Hispanic.
ethnicity?
Hispanic is my thing. It's my thing.
Oh, that's your thing?
Well, Hispanic, the majority that I've dated is Hispanic. If not, you already know it's white. So yeah, it is what it is.
I'm just asking. To each his own. Whatever you like. I'm just
It
asking.
is what it is. It is what it is.
My first crush, well, technically my second crush, in elementary school was Chinese.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, my ex, my recent ex. I mean, she's Asian, Chinese, and Filipino. Filipina. Yeah. No, she's cool. I mean, no, she's mean, but she's mean, but she's cool. Anyway, how do we go from Shang-Chi to freaking
life, bro?
Life.
There's nothing wrong with that.
We get, drink too much margarita mix.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. If you want to talk about that,
there's nothing wrong with
it.
But it was very interesting because like I don't know what things are gonna when life opens up, you know, and the like I don't even know.
What do you mean when? It's opening up now. Like I legit
slowly.
saw people whatever, dude.
Well, no, I mean some people can party like that. Yeah, they can do the, but yeah, I'm not gonna be there because what's the point? Like I'm not gonna freaking risk, you know, like I'm not gonna do that kind of. I mean, yes, this was a party, but like it was different.
You went to a house party.
Yeah, and it was different, is all I'm saying. Like it was just different. It was different. It was like unconscious. And I don't want to say unconscious like racism because it wasn't race, you know, it had nothing to do with race, but like unconscious separation. Like people were unconsciously aware of the distance that they were creating with people around them, kind of thing.
It just caters to how I feel in general. I don't want people in my bubble space anyway. So it's like, unless I want to engage with you, I don't want anyone near me ever. That's why I don't even like going to Costco or the grocery store because they're always, especially over here, man. They don't need like, it's leaving their cart in the middle of the aisle. Like I just want to kick their cart over, like get out my way, get away from me.
Well, that's just plain rude. That's just plain rude
on their part. Like, why are you gonna leave the cart right in the way just because you want to look at one item? Like, move, stupid.
Nah.
Put that shit to the side.
Yeah, hey. That's just plain. That's just plain rude.
Oh, speaking of rude, this is what happened to me. We were talking about the whole dating app stuff. So, this is a brief. It's not an extensive story. So I had matched with somebody. And then this is a black dating app, right?
Just so, black?
Yeah. So it's black people and people are attracted to black people. Okay. So I get a message saying, sorry, you didn't read my bio, black men only. And I'm fucking heated. I'm so pissed. I'm so pissed. I'm like, I guess you didn't read my bio. I'm mixed. And yes, I'm half. I was so mad. It's like, no, but it used to happen when I was younger. And I used to like flip out even more. So it's like acceptance. Like I don't look a certain way, so I'm not deemed that. Right. So it's like I'm less black because I don't look that, even though I'm half.
Yeah.
So it's always been a struggle of like identity. As a
where
kid.
Do you fit in kind of thing?
Yeah, me, yeah. I'm me. At this point, like I'm completely comfortable in who I am. But the fact that someone tried to call me out or like say some random shit like that, it's like I only date black men. It's like, the fuck? I was just amazed.
So what did you say? What did you respond? Like you just said you're mixed.
I was like, I guess you didn't read my bio.
And okay,
because it's in my bio.
Like, I mean, but that it ended there. Like, she just nothing.
I'm not gonna have a conversation with her. She already got me to the point where I don't want to talk to her.
Yeah.
But so that was the last thing that's the one and only thing I sent.
That's
shit's in my
so
bio.
interesting.
That's just in my
That's
bio.
so interesting. Well,
That
you said
I'm not black enough.
yeah, you're not black. That's what I was about to say. You're not black enough. Like
Yeah.
she should have like a level. She should say, I only date 8 out of 10. Like you
No,
have to be an 8 out of 10 black.
no, you have to look completely black, African
Yeah,
American.
just straight up. Like straight up. Yeah, she should put that.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Ben looks confused as shit.
No, because Ben goes on farmersonly.com. So he's only looking
They
for
say
those
they only want to speak to white people. I'm like, I'm half white.
Yo, my roommate Lonnie was like, he's Mexican? No, there's something else. That's the biggest Mexican I've ever seen. I'm like, he's got some European in him. That's why he's that tall. He's a giant. And I tell him about all your friends and how awkward it felt and funny, but I loved it because I look like a little person with all of you guys in the like during the wedding.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, I love that so much because I look so tiny. I look like I was 5'4".
Oh, I also went to speaking of weddings, I also went to my first COVID wedding this weekend. Actually, that was this last weekend. So I had a friend who got married this weekend, and that was interesting in itself.
No, you're about to get COVID again, bro.
Nah, bro. I'm good. I'm good. So and also the wedding was in this. I mean, it was at a church that was big, and they didn't have that many people. Maybe 60, if that. Like it was very. Nah, not for the size of the church. Like it really was. Like it really wasn't. But like no reception, no nothing. Literally, you just show up, watch them on stage, like do their thing, and then you just go home. And I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I was happy for them. Huh? Say that one more time.
I actually like that wedding.
Oh, really? I kind of was like, no, yeah,
home.
exactly. I was like, dude, no. If that was because this is a big ass day. So, and I get it, like with the COVID thing, like I get it, but in my mind for them, I was like, man, if that was me, I would want so much more. I actually think I would postpone the wedding because I would not be satisfied. I would not be satisfied with just like, I can't even, there was no socializing at all. Like literally people just show up. You had the people that put you in your seat and I went by myself. So like, okay, so you put me in an area, I watched from a distance as these people got married on stage and then there's no reception, no nothing. So I just go home afterwards. It's like, I mean, great for them. Yeah. Great for them. I'm happy that they got married, but I would want so much more then. And I would rather postpone it than have one.
Well, then why wouldn't they save money? Do it in some at court with a go IG live and save all that money. And then when everything clears up, have a big ass reception. I want to do that. I have a friend who actually is doing that. And the funny thing is I've never met her in person. I only know her on Instagram, but I'm invited to the wedding because I've known her for so long. So they already got married, whatever, was just awesome. But I think
in the court, they got married in the court.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with that. Like my thing is, I'd rather save a shitload of money and go all out on the reception. Like the actual ceremony, I don't need all that stuff. I don't even like that many people. It's gonna be so small. Where those people though that are invited, I want to, if I can, take care of them. So like it'll be nice for those people, but everyone else, I don't give two shits about.
Destination wedding.
That's exactly. So Ben and Julie did it right. Ben and Julie did it right, and that's what I want to do. I will, like, when the time comes, like when I get married, I want a destination wedding because
in a volcano on top of a mountain, so the people that are disabled can't even go.
Yeah, you weed a lot of people out with that.
No, but that's different though. That's messed up. Because if I couldn't afford to go, then I couldn't go. That's what happened with Beto.
It is what it is. What?
Wow. And then Beto was mad at me. He was like, dude, I was broke. Like, what do you want me to do? He's like, you gotta come to, I can't remember, it was Cancun or somewhere else. I was like, I can't cough up 2 G's in like 4 months. He's all, figure it out. like
then you just
canceled.
stream. You stream on IG, like just like you said. If you can't
IG
join
didn't
in live, you
exist.
stream.
Like there was no streaming on IG back then.
Oh,
This was This was back when I lived with Ben in downtown LA in the loft. There was no streaming, bro. YouTube probably barely started.
Barely, yeah.
Yeah, that was a way different life.
Yeah,
So.
but to each his own. Like, and I'm more happy for him. It's just it was interesting, and I would not have had a wedding like that. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah,
It's
I would have been
it's
happy.
something like-
You got to get dressed up though, right?
No, I didn't even know. I like it, and I actually felt because I thought it was going to be a casual thing because I knew that there was no reception and all that. So I thought it was going to be a casual thing. So I wore this kind of like sweater. I mean, it was a nice sweater, but like sweater, jeans rolled up, and my Italian like loafers or whatever. And then I get there, and then all the guys are freaking suited and booted, like pretty much most. And it was a younger person. Like everybody there is. I was like, dude, man, I look terrible. All right, so I guess I'm not gonna. Like I guess I'm not gonna talk to nobody.
Why would you do that?
I thought it was gonna be casual because of the nature of this whole like, oh, you just show up and just leave.
No.
Like you just show up and leave. What's the point? And why am I gonna wear a suit for me to just show up and then
rule
walk,
of
like,
thumb?
I agree with you, Chris.
Of course, he wears fucking warm-ups to formal events, and he wears Jordans to clubs. Don't listen to Ben.
I got in, and it became a thing like a year later. People still wear Jordans.
We all were
a trendsetter. You're a trendsetter. You're a trendsetter, Ben.
He was no trendsetter. This dude's waiting for George to come back.
You just keep him around, and once it comes back, it's back. Everything comes around again.
Oh my god, man. Yo,
dude.
Like what? It's your one opportunity to get dressed. I would have been to a T.
It would be different if I got to talk to people, but
no, I don't need to talk to nobody.
Then why do I?
I could have been wearing a bubble around my suit. I would have been rocking my suit. Ben knows me. If I get a chance to fucking flare out, I'm gonna do that.
I'll save it. I'll freaking save it for
save
something.
It for what? Now you're that ashy dude who came to the wedding.
Hey, whatever. I wasn't talking to anybody anyway. If you're really interested, like, you know, I'm not stuck up anyway. You're gonna come see me. Yes, I'm gonna be comfortable.
They're gonna be like, that dude didn't even put lotion on his ankles.
Nah, I wore Crocs
with his Italian loafers with the ashy ankles.
I wore Crocs. I did a lotion. You're right. Most definitely. Didn't even shower in the morning. Just went straight up.
Fucking
natural.
6 feet.
6 feet. 6 feet. They can't even smell me. What's the big deal? What's the big deal? Nah.
You put extra cologne just so it reaches further.
Yeah. You seem like, Trevor, you're the type of person who, like, you already have your outfits picked for when you get to go out. Like when life turns back to, you already have everything already, like you know.
That day I will take time to figure out what I'm gonna wear. That's for sure.
Like the Ziggy Marley concert, you probably like planned that out, like you.
No, I didn't plan it out. But when I put some on, I'm like, I don't want to wear this. Take that down. Put this on. It's like, all right, this looks cool. I'm gonna wear this. I'm like, oh, it might get cold. Let me make sure I get stuff just in case it's cold. It was
I haven't done anything yet to deserve my effort.
Dude, you went to a wedding and you went to a house party. And it was probably in the hills with your bougie ass.
The house party was freaking. It was supposed to be a pool party, so I freaking wrote.
Where was it?
Tank top. I wore a tank top. It was in freaking Santa Monica.
That shit one ain't in El Monte.
No, if it was in El Monte, I would have freaking brought a strap. I would have asked for a gun, and I would have freaking.
Gun.
And a shank. Yeah, I would have bring
a shank. At least a shank.
At least a shank. I would have worn Levi 501s. Levi 501s, Air Force
Whatever.
Ones.
Do you even own any? You probably have Wranglers. You probably wear Wranglers.
The flannel with just this button. Just this button.
Yeah, just the top. Just the top. It would have been a different, and that's a pool party.
Damn it, Chris.
No, this was no. I had my short shorts. Got my short shorts, and I worked. I had leg day, so you know, I think I filled them out. Like, okay, my legs are super scrawny, but they're they're okay right now. They're okay.
You tie your sweater around your neck, don't you?
I'm not Carlton. I don't do that. No, so it was short, short shorts and freaking tank top. So there's no What's the big deal? What's the big deal?
You probably
And my
have
tank-
those. Huh?
I probably have what?
I was gonna say those Euro speedos.
Speedos? Those speedos so they can
When you went in the
with
water.
the junk goes on the side? Hey,
When you went in the water.
how else am I gonna get attention? How else am I gonna get attention? They're gonna stay
Very
6
true.
feet. They're gonna stay 6 feet. They're gonna
He's
you
gonna-
know.
He's gonna go in the water. He's gonna yell, "What's up, ladies?" And he had like one ball hanging out.
Hey, whatever works. Everybody has to have their own system. Everybody has their own system, you know.
That's what got the attention. Now you're talking about wolves, and they're just looking at your package.
Hey, if that works, I'll take it. Didn't work that day. Didn't work that day. But it's okay. It's okay. I'll start online dating later. Maybe.
That's so
I don't
funny.
know. I don't know. But anyway, that is our show for the evening. Thank you guys for tuning in. My name is Chris. That's Trevor. That's Ben. This is Public Diversion. I hope this gave you an opportunity to get whatever you're thinking about. Let us be your diversion for the week. I hope we did a good job of it. Tune in next week. We have more stuff for you. All right. Peace.